Okay, many of you are really interested in trying out a Tesla before buying one. And the only way to really do so is through an app called Turo. In today's video, we're going to go over the do's, the don'ts, things you should be wary of and watch for, and everything you need to know about renting a Tesla to Turo so that you have a great experience. Let's get into it. Now, along with Turo, you can go directly to Tesla and rent a Tesla for 24 hours. And it's cool, but 24 hours just may not be long enough. Now, Tesla has teamed up with Hertz, and so you can leverage Hertz to rent a Tesla, but it's not as personal of an experience as renting through Turo. Plus, you lose out on some of the extra perks and benefits of renting through someone. What exactly is Turo? It's a peer-to-peer car sharing platform that allows users like you and I to rent their vehicles out to other users like you and I. Now on Turo, let's talk about the first thing, and that's finding your Tesla. So on Turo, you create an account, and when you create an account, you're going to search for a vehicle. So first, choose the area that you're looking for. After you choose the area, you can actually set filters for what you're looking for. You can filter by electric vehicles, and then you can actually filter by what brand and specifically what model you're looking for. Super handy in narrowing down your search if you're looking for Tesla or if you're looking for any electric vehicle for all that matters. Another thing to keep in mind is that Turo works on a 24-hour booking window. So whatever you're booking, make sure that you're leveraging a full 24 hours. You don't want a booking to be 30 hours because it's going to be the same price as a 48-hour booking, and even if you're doing it in the opposite direction. So it's one little pro tip to keep in mind when you're booking on Turo. Now, next, you're probably looking for saving the most coin. This is where Turo has an advantage over Hertz. You can actually sort your results by price. So sort it by the cheapest, going all the way down to the most expensive. Now, as you look through this, you'll notice that the cheaper vehicles are missing certain features that the more expensive vehicles may or may not have. Cheaper vehicles may be older vehicles, and newer vehicles may be more expensive as you go through this list. The first thing to know as you're looking through the search results is know what you're getting and know the vehicle's range. Typically, the cheaper vehicles are going to be less range than the more expensive vehicles. A lot of the vehicles that are the cheapest are going to be more of the standard range vehicles. Vehicles that are around maybe 230 to 260 miles for range, and some of the more expensive vehicles are going to be the 300 plus mile range. The other thing to know about range is that what is advertised, or that EPA range, isn't exactly what you're probably going to get. Keep in mind, this is rated range. A lot of things can impact that, whether you're going uphill, using heater, AC, the downforce on the vehicle, and how fast you're going can all play into your range. So if range is what you're after, make sure you're getting the most amount, but understand that you're probably not going to get exactly what the number states, and you'll have to stop to charge more. So always keep that in mind when you're looking at Teslas or any EV for that matter, is that your rated range isn't always exactly what you're probably going to get. So underestimate. The next thing to know are what features are included. Does the vehicle that you're renting have autopilot? Does it have full self-driving? Does it come with premium connectivity? Are you able to access traffic? Are you able to access Netflix, YouTube? And are those logins included, or will you need to log in yourself? These are questions, if they're not listed in the description, you can actually ask the renter if they are included, and so forth. The next thing to be very cautious of is finding out how much range is included in your rental. Now, some very rare rentals, you'll find unlimited range. That means you could take the vehicle borrowed for as long as you want, and as many miles that you're capable of putting on in a single day is included. Some will cap out miles, and if you go over that many miles, let's say 800 miles, you'll be responsible for paying a price per mile over the allocated allowance. So if you're not going to go that much in your given trip, then that rental works for you. But if you're looking for the freedom of traveling as much as you want, look for the unlimited miles. Otherwise, be wary of the extra costs associated. Next is to understand, is there a cancellation policy? In today's day and age, anything can pop up, and it's smart to understand, is there a cancellation policy or is there not? A lot of rentals you can cancel the day before and not be charged. Now, it's slightly inconvenient for the renter who may have made accommodations to have that car be available, and now they have to change that. So be wary of that. Make sure if there is a cancellation fee, what is it or is there not? Okay, while on the topic of Turo, this is where today's sponsor, TesLab, fits perfectly in. If you're looking to host on Turo, you definitely want to take a look at TesLab. TesLab is an app that unlocks a slew of features on your Tesla. It allows you to control your vehicle. It allows you amazing insight into data and statistics on your vehicle regarding efficiency, drives, and more. It's got a community feature that connects you to others, but where it comes in super handy for Turo hosts is the ability to break down and group drives. So now you can actually export drives that were associated with a rental, and then you can actually look at the supercharging that was done, use that to bill your customer. You're able to see the efficiency of the drives that customer took, how your car is performing, and so forth. It's amazingly insightful and useful. And if you haven't checked out TesLab, I highly suggest you do, whether you're a Turo host or not. It's awesome. I use it and I recommend you check them out. I'll put a link down below to check out TesLab. Now let's get back to the video. The next is there any discounts, like a multi-day discount? If I rent this vehicle for 1 day, is it a different price than renting it for 3 days? And when I rent it for 3 days, am I getting a break or a discount because I'm renting it for multi-days? It's very common, very popular, and most likely it hasn't, but it's good to understand what that is. The next to understand is drop off and pickup. Many rentals, you need to get to that vehicle and pick it up, but some renters will offer a service to bring the vehicle to a location that's convenient to you, i.e. the airport. The vehicle will be at the airport when you come out and it'll be waiting for you. Now there may be an extra fee associated with that, so that's something to look for and watch. Next is supercharging. If you're gonna be driving a lot, you're gonna need a way to charge your vehicle, which means you're gonna stop at a supercharger. Unfortunately, the car is linked to the owner's account, which means while you supercharge, you don't really have visibility into how much that supercharging session costed unless you look through the menu screen of the car and record how much it costed. And most of that is associated with the owner's account, and they'll be able to reference it. And most likely, at the end of your rental, the owner will then invoice you for all the supercharging fees, as you don't have visibility to that when you're charging. Now, along with understanding how much charging costs, there are idle fees. Now, when you're parked and you are charging, you want to be wary of when that charging session is going to be done and get back to that vehicle to move it. If you leave it there after it reaches the maximum charge, you will be billed idle fees that can go up to per minute, fees up to like $1 a minute, so it can add up. Unfortunately, when you don't have access to the vehicle via your mobile phone, you won't have visibility and you won't have warnings that you're incurring an idle fee. Now, this comes into actually operating the vehicle. When you pick up the vehicle, most owners are going to give you a key card. That key card is going to give you access to the vehicle, opening, unlocking, and locking, starting the vehicle, and so forth. However, because you don't have mobile access, you lose features like knowing if you left the windows unlocked, knowing if you left the doors unlocked, knowing if you're incurring idle fees, knowing when your charging session has stopped. There is a way to get mobile access, and this is up to the renter. You can ask the renter if they're willing to give you a mobile guest pass. Now, this allows you to access the car via your phone. The key card is no longer needed and you can keep it as a backup, but this gives you access into all those push notifications, and it's really helpful. However, this is up to the comfort of the renter if they want to give you this access or not, but it doesn't hurt to ask, as it's super useful. Now, one thing about getting app access on your phone is that it allows you to now create a driver profile. So that will remember things like your seat settings, your steering wheel settings, and so forth. That driver profile will save into the cloud on your account. And now any future Tesla that you rent, where the host gives you app access, you can log into your cloud account. Your driver profile will automatically download and all your settings are there. So that's really cool. Tesla just started offering this. So as long as your host gives you access to the app, you can sync your driver profile, and it's super, super handy. just make sure that you're bringing back the vehicle with the same amount of charge that the vehicle was given to you with. And you definitely don't want to be bringing back the vehicle on empty. This actually damages the battery. So keep that in mind and bring it back as you got it. That's it. Now, the next couple features are extra additional add-ons, but you should be wary of, and this applies to any rental. But if you have kids, do they include car seats? How much are those car seats on top of the rental fee? Next is a prepaid EV toll tag, right? If you're going to be driving around and you're going to be incurring toll, is there a toll tag associated, or do you have to wait in the slow lane and pay via cash anytime you incur tolls? Smart to ask and make sure that it's included. Sometimes you'll be surprised it's not included. Many owners will require you to charge the vehicle up to the same level that you received it. If you don't, they are going to bill you a fee, and there are some that offer a prepaid EV recharge, which means you can return it at empty, and the owner of the vehicle will be responsible for recharging it because you've paid for that full refill or that full recharge. Now, there's a lot about the actual car for you to understand before taking it. I'll put a link to my touchscreen video right above. You can reference that to understand more about the vehicle and the controls and so forth. But the one main thing to understand is that this vehicle has GPS. That means the owner. That means the person who owns the vehicle has access to the vehicle via the app, can see where you are, how fast you're going, and so forth. Many owners will put a speed limit cap on the vehicle. If they own a performance vehicle, they don't want the renter to be going over 100 miles per hour. They may put a cap on the vehicle at 100 miles per hour, keeping the renter safe and the owner safe from their vehicle being abused. So be wary and cognizant of that. That may be in place, but know that the owner can see where you are, how fast you're going, and can access the external cameras of the vehicle. So no fishy business if you're renting the vehicle. Be fair to the owner of the vehicle. This is an ordinary person that's putting their expensive car in the hands of others. So be respectful of the vehicle, take care of the vehicle, keep the vehicle clean, return it how you would expect to receive it. Last and certainly not least is cleaning your Turo vehicle. Let's just be transparent here. You want to return the vehicle as you received it, in the same condition that it was given to you in. If it was clean on the outside, it was clean on the inside, please try your best to return it into that same state before returning it to the host. It's just a very polite and nice thing to do. If you got the vehicle dirty, hey, take it through a car wash, but pay attention to any particulars that may be listed in the description of the Turo renter. If they have any specifics, if they specifically want you to return it clean, if there's a cleaning fee that they will bill to you automatically at the end of your rental because they take it a certain way and get it cleaned, just be wary of all that. All that can be found in the description. In any case, hopefully you guys found this video super informative and you feel empowered to go and rent a Tesla through Turo and experience a Tesla vehicle. Let me know. Have you rented a Tesla on Turo? How was your experience like? Are you now going to rent a Tesla on Turo? Let me know down in the comments. And if you are on the opposite side of the fence, you're actually thinking about hosting and making your Tesla available on Turo and want to know everything there is to know from the host side, you're going to want to check out Ryan from the Kilowatts video. I'll put a link to it up here right when it comes online, but look to expect that around next week. He's going to be making the same exact video, but what you should know for hosting your Tesla on Turo. So watch for that. And remember, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you have, and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.